Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Crucible Chat. Yes, it's Saturday. It's that time of the week where I get to talk about whatever the fuck it is I want. My name is Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addict, and in the background here we have a bit of Rainbow Six Siege. One of the first times I'm playing this game. Had a few matches with Robbie the Bipolar Bear, and I actually had a lot of fun. It's a much slower game than I was expecting. I played the beta and I've slagged it off, but I actually had a lot of fun playing it. It's growing on me, shall we say. So we got some highlights of some of my best moments from about 3 hours worth of gameplay. But I don't want to talk about Rainbow Six this week, no. What I want to talk about is, well, when is it right to sell a game at full price when it's not finished? I'm sure I'll think of a snappier title. What I want to talk about is Street Fighter V. Now, unless you've been living on Mars this week, everyone and their dog has been excited for Street Fighter V coming out. Me, not personally, I don't really like fighting games, but I get that people love them. And so obviously Street Fighter is alongside Mortal Kombat is the kind of the gold standard of the fighting game. And Street Fighter V came out on Xbox One, PS4 and PC this week. And it's not finished. Capcom are charging full price, so 50 quid, 60 quid, $60, whatever full price you pay for a AAA game. And this is what you get for your money. You get a single player mode that you can complete in a half an hour with all characters. A very basic tutorial mode, which isn't really anything. You get about 16 characters, but no alternative costumes. You get no in-game. You earn in-game currency as you play, but there's nothing to spend it on because the in-game store hasn't opened yet. And you get online multiplayer in like casual and ranked play, and that's it. For fucking 60 quid if you buy it on PSN. I mean, seriously, what the fuck? So Capcom have come out and says, oh yeah, all these extra features like a proper story mode and the store and like custom matches. Yeah, you don't get custom matches in it, which is ridiculous. But all this other stuff is going to come in future updates across the rest of the year. I want to know why a company thinks that's acceptable. Why? And more precisely, why are people buying into that, knowing that, I mean, it was publicised weeks in advance that this is the state of the game will be released at. Why are people buying into this shit? I mean, like I said, I'm not ragging on Street Fighter. By all accounts, when it works, it's a fucking brilliant game. I'm not ragging on the game per se. I'm ragging on Capcom, basically. Is that why would you possibly want to do this? Well, I know why they want to do it. They want to get the game out for a certain release date, because it's been ages since Street Fighter 4. And Capcom are definitely going down the line of kind of the pro-competitive arenas. Same way that Call of Duty's done, same way that Halo 5 done, because there is such a huge market in professional esports playing Street Fighter. I mean, there are legitimate celebrities who have gotten famous from playing Street Fighter. Don't ask me to name one because I don't pay attention to esports that much, but you know what I mean, there are people within the scene who are huge because of it. So Capcom will obviously rush this out to get something on this generation of consoles. But at the end of the day, they're not finished making the fucking game, but they're still charging full price for it. It's like the way they're doing piecemeal content for the game. It's almost like it should have been a free-to-play game, and you then buy the extra modes as they come out. Now, I'm perfectly happy for developers to tweak a game or to add features, after the event when it comes out. That's fine, games aren't perfect when they come out. They're big, complex, unwieldy beasts at the minute. And yeah, you release something, it's got a few bugs, you release a patch, and then you think, oh, okay, just to be nice to people. A bit like CD Projekt Red did with The Witcher. It had all these bugs when it came out because it was this huge open world game. CDPR patched it, but then it says, oh, by the way, we're going to give you like 12 bits of free DLC because the game got delayed and there were all these bugs with it. And, stuff like that. And they basically added to the game as you were playing it. But it was good stuff. The core of the game was there. And the extra stuff that you were getting was just nice to have. What Capcom are holding back is the essentials. They're holding back game modes. They're holding back stuff that people actually fucking want. And the fact that they are still charging so much money for it is... It's got me aghast, to be fair. if they were to take, say, the modes that they have in the current format they have and release it for 20 quid, I'd be happy with that. 20 quid, and you can pay $5 if you want the campaign mode later in the year, or we'll give you the store for free, but here's a few microtransactions. So a different business model to £50-60 for fuck all, basically, unless you want to play it online. And I'm sorry, I have played fighting games online. I suck at them more than I suck at Call of Duty. I ain't playing that shit online. I mean, to be fair, I'm not getting the game, but you know what I mean? I wouldn't play that online because I would just have my arse handed to me persistently. It's just... It frustrates me so much because it's another situation where a big developer and a big publisher, because Capcom are huge, they're just taking the piss out of the consumers. They think it's acceptable to release an unfinished game. Yes, it's slick, yes, it runs at 60 frames a second, but it isn't finished because they're obviously still making all these core components. And then there was the whole issue with the servers. I mean, it's been very rare that online games these days come out and there's not an issue. You know, I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 still has issues, and we're like, 4 months into its lifespan. Yeah, there was the whole thing with SimCity a couple of years ago. You know, all these like persistently online games or games that require these online services, they always have these issues coming out. But I don't know, there's something about Street Fighter it should be a simple setup. It should be a simple bit of netcode, two people together, bash it out, boom, gone, you're off, you're on your way. But somehow they managed to fuck that up and people couldn't get connected, and then you get the further insult that you couldn't even really play offline stuff without being connected. You know, you couldn't do the tiny single player campaign. Or at least your experience wouldn't be carried over, and the whatever the Street Fighter currency is wouldn't get carried over because you weren't logged into Capcom's server. It's bullshit. I think that is the long and short of it. I want to call bullshit on it because it shouldn't happen. We shouldn't have to put up with this as gamers. Whatever happened to the days when a game came out on a disc and it was finished and you played it and you had fun with it? Whatever happened to the days when those simple halcyon days back in the PS1 and PS2 era where games didn't have these huge long lead up times and they came out and they were just good and you could just play them, and a shit game was a shit game, but a good game you would play forever. That's about all I've got to say on the subject. I don't know, it's knocked me. It really has knocked me. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. You know, did you buy Street Fighter 5? Are you enjoying it? Are you playing it? Have you managed to play it? Have you gotten past all the server issues? Who's your favourite character? What did you have for tea today? All that kind of good stuff. But yeah, leave a comment down below. If you liked it, please do hit the like button. If you disliked it, well, hit the dislike button. Fair enough, whatever. Your choice. And if you're new, please do hit the subscribe button and come back next week for more Crucible chat. For now, thank you for watching, and good night.